All right, Crush Everything team, November 3rd, this is this Monday's Intel report. The video has been working really well. We're still making some tweaks here in the studio, so appreciate your patience, and I also really appreciate your guys' feedback. Everything, even like the lighting and all that stuff, we're still messing around with, but your guys' comments, whether it comes through email, social, YouTube, please keep sending that in, because I truly do want to make the best product for you guys and be able to communicate clarity so everybody knows what's going on. That's something I think in any mission you always are evolving, and I just want to get it right for you guys. We'll train, equip, and engage. We're going to go over a little bit of mindset. I'm going to talk about honor. I'm going to talk about training. We're coming up on the holidays. People are traveling. I want to talk about that awareness. Equipment, I've got some R&D updates I want to talk about with the SMR and some other gear that we're offering. And also lastly, engage, I want to talk about some exciting updates on our end from EDC Coffee and everything to look forward to coming up in the next 30 days. I always start this off by talking about mindset. Even in scripture, it talks about outdoing each other in honor. You guys know that honor is something that's been an anchor, it's been a motivator, it's been a critical part of me transitioning out of the military, part of my career. What does it say on the back of one of our t-shirts, one of our best-selling t-shirts? To live a life that those that have gone before us would be proud of. We just had All Souls Day yesterday, and it was a beautiful opportunity to not only pray for the people that we love, but also to remember the people that we love, the people that have had an impact on our lives. I was sitting down with my family yesterday talking about the guys of Extortion 17 and Adam Brown and Lewis and all of the guys that have changed me. So I start today off with not only remembering that, but also practically speaking, challenging you guys. Honor is something that we should be trying to outdo each other with. We should be trying to show honor in more profound ways as a brotherhood, as a family. What are we really doing to keep the memories of those that have gone before us that have helped us alive? And how do we practically apply that? What traditions do we create in our family because of the people that have influenced us? How do we pray for them or bring their memories up during dinner? I think it's so important, especially for our children, as they see us remember them. In the society today where I feel like it's been lost, honor has been forgotten. Why should anybody care about us if we don't teach them how to care about others? You know, I do think it's critically important to practically put that into our lives. And like I said, scripture tells us, outdo each other in showing honor. That is such a critical thing. Not only honor to God, but also honor to our brothers and honor to our family and honor to the people that have changed us for the better. That's what I wanted to talk about today in today's mindset. Holidays are coming up. What does that mean? Thanksgiving, Christmas, it's going to be a busy season. There's going to be a lot going on. Kind of like where a lot of crime happens during the holiday of All Hallows Eve or Halloween. You know, there's a lot of people interacting. It's the same thing as we go into November. Thanksgiving, I think, is the most traveled day in our entire calendar year. So you're going to have your children, family members coming to and from, leaving schools. You might be watching this video and think that you have your awareness dialed in. And you're like, hey, my head's on a swivel. I know what to do. I know what's going on. But when's the last time that you stopped, got a little uncomfortable, and taught the person next to you, taught your children, taught your wife? Teaching somebody else is really important, especially for their livelihoods. You could help save their lives by something very, very simple. We talk about getting your head out of the phone all the time. Get your head out of social media. Know when the appropriate time is. Are we conveying that appropriately to the people that we love, especially during the season of travel and holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving? Are we taking care of the people that we really care about, and are we passing that information down? The whole goal of being an asset is to be a force multiplier. So pass that down to the generations, pass that around to the people that you care about. The situational awareness, de-escalation avoidance, the SADA course that I offer online. If you already watched it, go watch it again. Do a yearly refresher, a quarterly refresher. I know that's changed people's lives. With some people that don't even really think about awareness, they add it to things that they do in their career. The other thing is that you can also get the people that you love to watch it. Get one of your children to watch it. Get your wife to watch it with you. Take notes, discuss it. It is a critical course that teaches you how to think differently about your environment, and they are very easy to pass down and to teach as well. So I encourage you guys to go check that out. And you know, the other thing about training this season is just to pass it on. That's what I said. You know, pass it on. Don't get complacent. It's easy to think that we got it figured out, but the complacency doesn't only creep into us, but it can creep into not letting the people that we love and care about know what we know. I mean, that's one of the things of omission. It's like we know we should do it, but we don't actually do it. So that's my challenge to you guys as well this season. Okay, equip side, I'm gonna talk about the SMRs here in a second. This is the previous version, and this is the version that is getting ready to drop. I keep talking about it, so I'll explain that. But one thing I wanted to highlight in today's Intel report was the blade care that we have. The blade care, the blade sharpening. I selected the best sharpeners that I thought were effective, not only for travel, from a minimalistic perspective, but also the ones that you can put on your table. You know, the Work Sharp sharpener that we have, the Canyon Edition belt sharpener, that thing is amazing. So if you're looking to step up your game, and really everybody out there that carries should work to get to a point where you are sharpening your own blades. It's such an amazing skill to have, but also to pass it down. What are you teaching your children? Are you teaching your children to sharpen their blade? It is such a fundamental thing, but it's so fruitful. It's got a lot of virtue and a lot of character built into that, where you can spend time with them and show them the strokes of the blade and the angles of the blade and really keeping that tool sharp. It's something that's never gonna go away, so it's important to be able to teach our kids. This is the blade care kit. You know, I was super pumped to add this, and a lot of people have purchased this, and rightly so, because this is the simplest way that I could give you an option to keep your gear squared away. Take care of your gear, and your gear is going to take care of you. You can buy the smaller sharpener, the manual one, and it fits in here with all of your other blade care kit. You can throw the packaging away, and you keep this all in one place so that you have everything that you need to take care of your blade. Whether you're traveling or this stays at home, this really is everything. You lay the cloth out, you got the whole process to be able to do everything you need, from, you know, cleaning stuff out, cleaning the jimping, sharpening the blade, everything is right here. If you want to step up your game and buy that belt sharpener, I absolutely encourage you to do that. The other thing too is that once you start doing it, it's kind of hard to go back. You know, you see, you're like, oh, I could sharpen my blade. I could do it once a week or once a month, depending on how heavy you use your blade. I know guys that don't know how to sharpen their blade, they literally don't use their blade because they're like, you know, it's gonna dull it, and then I'm gonna have to go back and sharpen it again. Once you become comfortable with sharpening it, you start being more comfortable to use your blade for different things. And again, I always have that balance of like, yes, if I'm putting a blade in my waistband, I wanna use that for very important situations and use my combat flathead to open up boxes and stuff. There should still be that respect and contrast, but it's just something that you could utilize where, hey, if you're the guy that opens up boxes with your blade, so be it. Now you can at least have an option to sharpen it more frequently to keep your gear squared away. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about, moving to engage, and this is all of the stuff from a communication perspective that's happening. Thank you guys for all of the orders that came in for EDC. You know, we launched that mission. I'm so stoked about the opportunity. We crushed it for the first month, and it was a large part due to your guys' impact and energy. We had a very successful launch. I know that EDC Coffee and Tea is going to continue to be successful. I am so passionate about what we put into our body. You know, this is the Tiger Stripe Green that I'm drinking right now. And I just think that once people learn how to implement this into their lives and create an anchor, it is really going to make a difference being more intentional about it. Remember, that's my whole goal with EDC Coffee and Tea, is that we stop and pause and reflect for what we're actually doing here, and the luxury that we have with being able to put it into our body, but also what it can do for us as a tool, and using it as that fuel and an anchor in our daily lives. To be intentional, to give praise to God, to appreciate everything that we have, and know that it's an absolute luxury to be able to do it, and make sure that you guys are continuing to trust us to get the best stuff in the world, so you don't need to think about it. Take the guesswork out of it. Just like the blades that we offer, I apply the same exact level of thinking. I want to supply the best in the world for you guys. So thank you for making that first month a success. I look forward to continuing to serve you guys. I know we've been catching up on emails and orders, so thank you for your patience. We're still learning a little bit But at the same time, we couldn't have done it without you guys, and I really am very humbled by that. And I want to continue to serve you guys a product that is going to make you happy, to change the way you think about this stuff, and that you can share and trust with your families as well. The other aspect of that is like, we've got some good momentum now, so now spread the word. The holidays are coming up. Tell your family, friends about EDC Coffee and Tea, and let's continue to make that something that I know can truly be special and continue to grow as we give back to Talented Towers, as we continue to expand and figure out how to serve you guys in a better and more profound way. We're going to be coming up with gift packs as well too for the holidays. I know a lot of people want sample packs. I know I've heard your requests. I'm working on it. There's some inventory things in the back and I want to get right, but like sample teas, sample coffees. I know people have been waiting to sink their teeth in that so they can try everything, and we're going to do that. Black Friday's coming up. One thing I'll say about Black Friday is that there's some pricing that we're going to offer on a couple different things where I don't expect them to last very long. You know, you guys always hear this video first, especially all of the guys that are, listening to what we have to put out. If you're going to take advantage of it, make sure you're ready and you stay on it. You know, the flow that we're going to go through this month is through our newsletter. So make sure you're signed up for our newsletter. Our text messages are always going to go out first. So put yourself on those things so you get updates and have awareness of what's going on. I'm super pumped about some of those. I think you guys are going to really appreciate them. And we always get great feedback every year for our Black Friday sales. Last thing I'll end with is I've been putting it out quite a bit, and this has even been over the years. It's been very difficult, but I want to find somebody in Virginia Beach that I can work with, both from a communications perspective, but also social comms, even recording these videos. You know, it's something that's really important for me to do, but at the same time, I need somebody that's going to be a great teammate that can handle these things and understand how to package and also communicate clearly. It is a heavy lift. You know, I understand that. It takes a lot of work to put stuff out. I admire and also really appreciate and respect the guys that are able to do it well. It is a struggle, and it's something that I'm challenged with, and I do want to get more information out there, and I think having a good teammate would really help with that. So if you guys know anybody or could spread the word, Virginia Beach, if they're local, I really want to be able to find somebody I can work with, and I think it's going to make a big difference. So that's pretty much the update, guys. What did we do? We're about 12 minutes so far. Thank you for all the continued support. Thanks for making EDC a success out of the gate. Let's continue that momentum, and hopefully that covered down on what we're going to be doing this week. Any comments, any questions, drop them down below. I know this is going on YouTube, or you can send us an email at intel@crusheverything.com if you got another question, and we are doing our best to respond, to keep up with everything that you guys need. Thank you for allowing us to continue to serve you, to continue to give you something that's going to add value to your life. As always, guys, continue to forge yourself and to be that asset. Hopefully I added some value today in this video. God bless you, and I will see you on the next video. Peace. Oh, one thing I forgot to do was I thought I was done. I'm not done. I have to show you the difference between these two, and then we're gonna go. So bonus round, if you guys didn't check out yet. This is the new version, and this is the previous version, okay? We got rid of the serrations on the backside. And I did that because we just weren't able to get the edge that I wanted. So now we have a hollow grind on both the front and the back, and you can see where you have a big flat spot right here on the previous version. Now we've been able to get that blade edge higher up and flatter to give us more of an angle on creating that edge for forward and back cutting. And that is the biggest change, but I am stoked about it because it's super sharp, and it's all the other things that you guys love about the SMR, the ergonomics, the pry bar, pry tool. Remember, a lot of questions about this in the past. This does not bother anything. I have tested it multiple times. I made sure it was facing the opposite way, so it wasn't digging into you when you striked or entered a target. And same thing, exact thing on the forward grip. It doesn't even touch your skin on the forward grip. So nothing to worry about there. Amazing blade to carry if you're running or you want something low profile. Fits really well in your hand. And again, you can work just about anything that you're doing with pistol manipulation. You know, if you're tap racking, even just, drawing your gun, you could still have this in your hand. So it's a really, really good, compact, minimalistic blade. Super stoked to relaunch this. We are working hard at getting this dialed in, but this is one of the final production prototypes that we approved. They are making some final adjustments, and you guys should be seeing this thing very soon. So stay tuned. Now that's it. God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.